Okay, this is Ben Fruki for ID Boxing. Pleasure to be joined by Mark Tibbs. Mark, how are you doing today, my friend?
Lovely, thank you. Can you speak up a little bit?
Sorry, it's quite loud in here, isn't it? So first of all, John Hedges, tell me how John's getting on.
John's very, very good. He's smart. He's getting bigger, but he's a very, very beautiful boxer. John Hedges, very, very cute and a good mover. Massive readability. He reads a fight well. Very, very good. And like I say, he's only 20 years old, but he's doing well. He's coming along really, really nice. He's had some tough sparring for this training camp, but and then unfortunately we got a switch of opponents, which was a southpaw. But because of John's pedigree, that won't throw him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What are you hoping to see from him on Saturday night?
Well, I'm hoping to see, like I say, he's had a change of opponent last minute. We've only had a bit of a southpaw move around sort of thing, last minute thing, and so see them little things test for me as a coach, like tick boxes. They ain't going to affect him, and because he's got a long journey in front of him. It seems like a long journey in front of him, but it flies like that. But I want him to be very like he's going to box beautiful on Saturday night. I guarantee you will, and. This guy comes to bring it, and he should run onto stuff. You know what I mean? He should run onto shots. Yeah.
What are you hoping to see from John in the next sort of 12 to 18 months? Where do you see him progressing in that time? Where do you see him progressing in the sort of next 12 to 18 months?
Well, I'll hope S-Jam and Matchroom push him on to 10, 12 fights, and he start looking at an area title, something along that. Because him being 20 years old, that's what you can't like. He would win a Southern area title Saturday, yeah, but he's 20 years old, so it puts him up there a bit too in front. So he's got to embrace, build, and get seasoned. You know what I'm saying? And he's got the time to do that. So there's no rush. There's no rush with Hedges. He's got, as long as he's enjoying the business, he's gonna learn before he's let off the leash.
When you've got a fighter like that who's got the talent to move up in the steps, like you said, but you know that they need to wait, how do you sort of balance that with them when they're hungry to move forward?
Well, no, although John's hungry and he's hungry to move forward, he's wise enough to know that there is a system, and there is a system that's for each and every one of us. We're not all robots, and we don't all go at the same speed. So because of his 20 years age, as I keep saying, that is our guideline, and he's a 6-round fighter at the minute. You get me? I hear that S-Jam want to move in on to 8 rounds next time out, so that's a nice step up. Move him up to 8 rounds, and we go from there.
Similarly with Johnny Fisher, what are we seeing from Johnny in the gym, and what do you expect from him on Saturday night?
Well, from Johnny Fisher's last fight, as I say, he was very, very measured, chose and picked his shots very, very well. So I expect him to do that again, instead of the rushing in, crash bang wallop, run for ball business. Run for ball's all well and good when you've rocked them and cracked them and softened them up. So I hope to think and like to think that Fisher's doing what he did last time, as in gets the measure, breaks his opponents down before he goes crash bang wallop. That's the plan.
Fantastic. And similarly, next 12 to 18 months with Johnny, what do you see from him?
Same again. Johnny's a little bit. Johnny Fisher's a little bit in front, age and strength-wise, if you know what I'm saying. So I expect him to move on to 8 rounds after Christmas, and same sort of thing with Hedges, really. You know what I'm saying? Listen, what rounds they're fighting is a guide for where they're at. You get me?
Fantastic. And you've also got Ebanie Bridges preparing for December 10th, defence of her IBF title. Tell me how she's getting on in the gym.
She's doing fantastic, Ebanie Bridges. She's got a great fight in O'Connell. We've got our work cut out, but I've every bit of confidence. Ebanie Bridges, with her work ethic and the way she goes away and does her own work, as in watches fights and studies, and comes into the gym and talks about what about this, what about that. That's how she is, and it's brilliant, and that infuses me as a coach. That infuses me and ignites me. We have to win in the bestest possible way.
Fantastic. Obviously, there's 2 Australians fighting there for the IBF title in Leeds, and there was a lot of talk about why wasn't this fight in Australia. Is Ebanie keen to fight in Australia next, or going forward?
Well, listen, we never ever, me and my fighters never ever speak about one in front. We always deal with what's in front. You get me? So we haven't discussed Australia. I know there was a few conversations with fighting in Australia before, but I only overheard it. She was very, very stubborn and adamant what she wanted us to do. She sorted it out with her promoter, Eddie Hearn, and her legal team, and we're fighting in Leeds, and she loves Leeds. She's a big Leeds football supporter, and I can understand when we won the world title in Leeds, I can understand why she wants to fight back there.
Fair enough. Also, Tommy Fletcher on November 26th. Talk to me about Tommy.
Tommy Fletcher, again, it'll be his third professional fight. Big puncher, Tommy Fletcher. Again, he's only 21 years old, 20 maybe, 21. But a phenomenal puncher. I don't know where it comes from, but he punches very, very hard. And he's getting cute, and again, he's got to get seasoning, and he is getting seasoned and experience. And he's had some phenomenal sparring with Johnny Hedges and Chris Latuke, who I've got in and around the gym. He's a world amateur. He's a world amateur campaigner in the amateurs up from Sheffield. He's been in and around our gym. I'm hoping he gets a deal soon.
Obviously, we had the announcement of Chisora versus Fury last week. Just give me your take on the fight, your reaction to the fight.
Yeah, well, someone mentioned this fight to me about 4 months ago, and to be fair, I didn't like it. And I say I didn't like it. I didn't think they were serious, but I'm surprised it's made. And when you listen to like none of the bigger guys were available, it kind of makes sense. And Chisora, he brings it. It gives the fans what they want. So you're going to get a good fight. And it's not the fight I want, but it's entertainment, isn't it? It's entertainment.
If you could have had the fight you wanted, what would that have been?
Say again?
If you could have the fight you want, what would that have been?
I would much prefer Fury Usyk, Fury Joyce, so them sort of fights, the big fights. But it is what it is. They've got to stay busy, I guess. And let's hope 2023 brings the big fights.
Definitely. One fight Eddie Hearn mentioned earlier on today was Whyte versus AJ, which he's hoping to make or AJ Whyte 2, which he's hoping to make for January or early 2023. What's your thoughts on that fight?
AJ Whyte 3, actually. No, it'd be 3. Yeah, sorry, 3. That's a good fight. That really is a good fight. AJ and Whyte, and that is a 50-50. Yeah.
How do you see it playing out?
I just said it's a 50-50.
It's a hard one to pick.
It's a tough one. I mean, both coming off of losses, and it really, really is 50-50. I really believe that Dillian Whyte would be fueled by that fight and would really, really fancy that fight. You know what I mean? And Age Dillian. Yeah.
Well, he certainly got under AJ's skin in the first fight, so you can see that happening again. Finally, I just want you to, there's a lot of talk about who the top heavyweights are in the world right now. I just want you to give me your top 5 heavyweights as things stand right now.
Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. Who we got else out there? Wilder, AJ. I'd go Wilder, AJ, Joyce. I'll put Tyson Fury, Joe Joyce, and Alexander Usyk, and Deontay Wilder. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time, Mark. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you, sir.